So I've got side, side, side. I turn to my decision tree. Decision tree says one solution, use the law of cosines. You could cross out the rest of that. When you solve the law of cosines, you just want to start by solving the angle opposite the largest side. So I want to look at the triangle. You tell me, I solve for the angle opposite the largest side. So which angle do I solve for? C. And so therefore, my equation that I use is equals a squared plus 2ab cosine of c. What's different about this is exactly. So let's see how that works. What do you get if you square c? I square 12. 144 equals, I'm going to square a, 100 plus 64 minus 2 times 10 times 8 times the cosine of angle C. The way that we solve for this is different. You need to be careful. A lot of people make mistakes here. Not many people make mistakes with the side angle side one, but a lot of people make mistakes here. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear. 144 equals 100 plus 64 minus, what's 2 times 10 times 8? 160, yep, negative, cosine of angle C. Okay, thank you. Zelly, I want to point that out only because this is just the important piece. Folks, this is the critical mistake that a lot of kids make. They take 100 plus 64, which is 164, and they subtract the 160, and they get 4. You can't do that. And here's why. If I had 4 plus 3 minus 2 times 6, can I do 4 plus 3 is 7 minus 2 is 5? 5 times 6 is 30. Can I do that? Exactly. Order of operation says you can't do that. So in order to do this, I actually need to subtract the 100 over to the other side. And I need to subtract the 64 over to the other side. Very good. Negative 20 equals negative 160 cosine of angle C. What do you think I do to get rid of the negative 160? I divide. JGel sees that negative 20 over negative 160 is 1 over 8 is equal to the cosine of angle C. I'm trying to find angle C. What operation do I use on my calculator to find angle C? Cosine inverse of 1 over 8. And I get 82.82. 82.82. Side A is 10. Side B is 8. Side C is 12. Okay, so what did you say, Gav? Yeah, exactly, because you're then just subtracting from 180, right? So anybody want to guess what I do to find the other angle? Let's do a simple law of sines. Sine of what? 82.82 over 12 equals sine of, okay, we'll go with B over 8. To solve, I multiply both sides by 8. So I take 8 sine of 82.82. And I divide that by 12. Can sine be 0.6614389? How do I find that angle? I sine inverse 41.41. And then what do I do to find angle A, Gav? You got it, dog. Yeah, I can't remember what he called. No, what side? 8 times 10 times. Very good. Look at it. Man, you guys are getting this. It's all coming together. 39.69. We try one more, and then you choose. Then you do 4 problems on your own. Okay. Let's do example number 2. We got A, B, and C. I got 100 degrees. Oh, folks, I'm sorry. This isn't right. This is supposed to be C is equal to 20. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah. So what kind of triangle do you have? What do we use to solve side angle side? Well, cosines. What thing do you think we're solving for in this situation? We're trying to find side B. So if we're trying to find side B, what's our formula? B squared equals? Excellent. Good, good. So I've got all those pieces. So it works out nicer if I'm given the angle. I've got B squared is, A squared is going to be 900. C squared is 400 minus 2 times 20 times 30 times a cosine of 100. So again, if you got one of these fancy Texas Instruments calculators, it doesn't have to be a graphing one, but if you got a Texas Instruments one, or I think, don't some of you guys have one on your phone that actually does order of operations? If you got one that does order of operations, you could just type it all in. 900 plus 400 minus 2 times 20 times 30 times cosine of 100. Just type it all in. Press enter. Is that my answer? What do I have to do? Square root. I got 38.84. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I should get 38.84. Why? Why should that side be bigger than the others? How do you know the other angles aren't bigger than 100? Yeah, you can only have one obtuse angle, right? There's no way you could have more than one. Okay, so now I got to find A or C. How do I do that? Law of sines. Sine of 100 over what? 38.84 equals sine of, do you remember, do you solve for the bigger angle or smaller angle in this situation? When you're confused, go to your decision tree. It says side angle side, and it says one solution, law of cosines. When you use the law of sines, find the angle opposite the shorter of the two. So now we go to the shorter of the two. So I go to C. So sine of angle C over 20. Multiply both sides by 20. .5071 is equal to sine of C. What do I do? Inverse that bad boy. 30.47. How do I find angle A? 4953. Area, 1/2 times, 20 times, 30 times. Yep, got to choose the angle that sits between the two sides. 295.44. So, all right, problems 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5.